welcome to the Safety Consultant live stream, and I'm streaming live from my Airbnb in Riviera Beach, Florida. So, ta-da! This is the Airbnb I'm at. See, yay! So I'm gonna do another OSHA compliance help show. So welcome for all of you that are here on our election season, as it seems. And so just wanted to make sure I keep going with these OSHA compliance help series. And this one actually I have to attribute to my class. I'm doing a class called the Occupational Safety Specialist class. And the Occupational Safety Specialist program costs COSS. So I actually was talking to the students today and really trying to do my best to help them understand some of the things that OSHA has available for you. And I usually do this on Monday on the Introduction to OSHA section. And I actually forgot to do it. So hello, Hakeem. I see that you're on. Thanks for listening in and listening to me on LinkedIn. Awesome. Well, thank you. So I was really trying to figure out, all right, I want to make sure that I talked to the students and made sure that they understood that OSHA has a whole bunch of stuff to help them with. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure that they got was the Susan Harwood Grant information. A lot of you may have seen the Susan Harwood Grant and not really understand it that much and not know how it could really help your safety system. So I make a point of doing this because I truly believe in the program. So I want to make sure my students, they know what to do. So what I'm going to show you guys in a little bit is how to get to it. But first, let me explain what it is. So the Susan Harwood Grant material is available to those who have a nonprofit or a tribal nation. So OSHA will allow them and pay for them to investigate certain topics. And these topics are not every single topic in safety and health that you're going to get some money for investigating, but there are certain topics that they look at and OSHA says, hey, we have some data that says more people need some information on this. And then that's what they're going to do. They're going to actually give information, or should say money, for these organizations to just go ahead and dig through and get the information. For the most part, what they're going to use is going to be some sort of consultant, or if it's an education group, they'll use their instructors. And that's how they're going to pretty much be able to fulfill the grant. The grant is free. However, there's a little caveat to that free grant. So that little caveat to the free grant is that OSHA gets the material too. So once you're thinking of the Susan Harwood material and you don't know much about it, just know that it is training material that you could use for your safety system. And that's the key. So it's very good for you. So let's show you. You're going to go to OSHA.gov. And then when you get to OSHA.gov, you're going to want to look for the Susan Harwood material. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up myself. So you're on the OSHA.gov. I actually need to make sure you're seeing me too. So I'm going to kind of kick back real quick and make sure that you're seeing me. So you got me and me and me. Oh, no, actually you don't. So the Susan Harwood material, I'm going OSHA.gov right now. So if you're home, not driving, if you're driving, you shouldn't be listening to this or looking at this anyway. It's a live stream. You know, you shouldn't be doing this while you're driving. But those you're at home or at work or wherever you're looking at it, you're seeing the home screen of OSHA right now. So it's OSHA.gov. There's several ways of reaching it. Let's show you the long way first. So you're going to scroll down, you do training. And then once you get to training, you're going to see on the side here, Susan Harwood training grants. And then over here, you have your opportunity to pick through topics, language, grantee. So if you know an organization that has received a Susan Harwood grant, you can go straight to that organization. So let's do first by topic. As I mentioned, it's not all the topics from OSHA A to Z topics in safety and health. It's just A to Z that you see very top over here as to what they have in their library. So let's kind of just want to make sure that you're going to get exactly what you need from this. So again, if you're the person who's supposed to be doing the training, you don't want to reinvent the wheel with training if you don't have to. So if you have a topic that you think is a popular topic, you may actually be able to go ahead and find a Susan Harwood grant. So let's say I'm scrolling down over here. I'm going to look at bloodborne pathogen. So let's click on bloodborne pathogen. It looks like Idaho State University did a bloodborne pathogen program. And it's telling me it's 4 parts right here. Part 1 is bloodborne pathogen, microorganisms, and the chain of infection. Part 2 is statistics and pathosociological. Maybe I said that right. I don't know. Prevention is part 3, and then the OSHA bloodborne standard is part 4. Here on this side, you can see that it's actual PowerPoints. So it's showing you the PowerPoint, how many slides are in each one of these modules or parts as they're listed. And they'll also give you the size of each one of these as well. And if you look further down, they got part 1 handout and part 1 quiz, part 2 handout and quiz, 3 handout and quiz, and then 4 just a quiz. All those are in PDF. So you notice that there's a hyperlink for each one of these. So if I wanted to, I could actually click on this, download it, and now I could use this for training. I'm not going to change anything on there. I'm not putting my logo. I'm not putting anything else on there. I'm just actually going to use this material right here for my bloodborne pathogen training, and then I don't actually have to do any of the research behind it. And then you even have handouts there. So what's up, Sean? Thank you. You're telling me that this is great. Never knew about the resource. So awesome. It's the OSHA.gov website. You really, really, really want to check out that OSHA.gov website because it's got so much on there that you really need to just see. So I'm going to go back a little, and it's a freebie, right? I'm all about free. Free is awesome. Free works. So I'm going to show you the other way to get to it. So now that you know the name, Susan Harwood, type that in. You'll see right here, Susan Harwood training grants. You click on that, and that gets you right back to the first page I showed you where you could pick topic, language, grantee. So that's one of the topics. Let's pick another topic. So let's see. I'm going to look at silica. That's always a big one, right? Especially in construction. So let's see if they have anybody that did anything in silica yet. And they did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 silica topics right here that you have. And you can also see that they have it in English and Spanish for this particular topic. So I'm going to look at this one over here, and Wayne State University. Here's one for silica, respirable crystalline silica employee safety training. Another one for construction from the University of South Florida. And here's the controls. Here's one for construction. I'm going to click on this one as well. Let's see what they have. Some of these are robust. Some of these are meager, but, it's free. Doesn't worry. So again, right here, this silica one, the one I clicked on, if you didn't see, is the one that says State Building Construction Trade Council of California. Wow, look at this. It's got silica and construction, a silica Jeopardy game, and that's 42 slides on that one, 108 slides on the silica and construction attendance roster. Instructor guide. It's got a silica poster, pre and post test with the answer key. And then they got the silica Jeopardy game, key answer, a training evaluation form, and then they have some information in Spanish as well. So basically you could do the training in English, you could do the training in Spanish. You see here is PowerPoints and PDFs. So in this case, with PowerPoints and PDFs, you don't actually need to go ahead and rewrite this. You don't have to reinvent the wheel in any way. So Sean asked, does the information get updated when there's an update in the standard? Actually, they do not update it because what will happen is basically the information that you have is going to be static, and what you should look for in that case is going to be the date. So in this case over here, I'm going to go back and let's go back. Hopefully get me to the yes, which it does. Excellent. So now I'm going to look for probably the one that is most recent. So here's a 2018 version, and there wasn't an update in the silica from there. So I would say that's the one to use. So instead of these entities updating everything, because it's a one-time grant, it's not a continuous grant. So that's why it's going to be static information. So with a one-time grant, they're only going to have that one information. But you can look at the date and then you go with the most recent, and now you're going to be up to date on that one. So hopefully that answers your question there, Sean. So I would use this as often as I can. Again, I don't change the information on this. That's grant material. There's also wording on there about the copyright and copyright infringement and everything. So that's why I don't change the wording. I just use it as is. It's important. It's good stuff. So let's do it another way. So I'm going to scroll back up. Let's do this one by language, and let's see how many languages are represented here. Because OSHA now has definitely determined that there is just a big glut of people that do not train their workers in the language and understanding that they have. So a lot of new standards will actually include in their training the wording that it will be understandable to the workers, and then that becomes a citable offense if it's not. So right here, you may have, again, a shorter library of things for different languages, but if it's a popular topic, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and look and see if you can find something in one of these languages listed. So I see English and Spanish, Haitian Creole, Korean has one topic. I'm not even going to try pronouncing that one. Portuguese, Russian, Spanish got plenty, and that might be representative of the languages that you'll see in the U.S. So the Spanish has plenty. So if you do not have training in Spanish for some of these popular topics, I would actually look and see if I could find it here. They even have work zone safety over here, which is a good one in Spanish. Look at that. And Vietnamese is in there too, another one that I'm not going to try to pronounce. So, ta-da. Don't reinvent the wheel with your training. Let OSHA help you. If you have a grantee that you like, this is what the grantee list looks like in alphabetical order. So you'll see the organization over here, and then go pick your favorite organization or your local organization and see what they have available in training, and then go ahead and use that. So again, I tell you, you do not want to reinvent the wheel with training because it's there. You're going to end up wasting time, wasting energy. It's going to be something that you're going to have ready from OSHA. So that means they're approving this thing, right? So that means if OSHA's telling you take it from our site, then OSHA's telling you it's okay. We approve this thing. Get you the thumbs up on this. So might as well just go ahead and use it. So that's really what you're looking for. If you want to send me a comment or anything, go ahead. I'm going to hang out here just to see if there's a comment that comes up. I try to make these things nice and short. A good 15 to 20 minutes is my sweet spot for these things, because I don't want to overwhelm you with information. I want to give you enough information that it's going to help your safety system. And as part of being a consultant, I do want to make sure that I am going to help you with OSHA compliance if you're going to do consulting in the U.S. So I got one more comment over here. Facebook, I'm not too sure. It doesn't tell me who the Facebook person is, but hello to you, Facebook user number one. while I'm waiting to see if there's any more comments, I could answer a question or two. Then I'm going to tell you I do have a 3-day virtual course coming up. It's going to be on Zoom, incident investigation through the eyes of BBS and HOP. What? He said BBS and HOP together in the same sentence? Yeah, basically, I'm just doing an incident investigation, and we're going to try to make sure that whichever path you choose, the BBS path, the HOP path, or others, I really want to give you foundations for what you would need for incident investigation. So that's what I'm looking at. So we got Sylvester in there. So while you're waiting, you're saying hi, listening to the man. Thanks for lunch today, man. We had a great lunch here in Palm Beach. Sylvester, my man. It was awesome. But again, 3-day incident investigation class. Hopefully it's going to help you. I'm glad I was able to help you out there, Sean. You have a great rest of your day and everyone else as well. If you want to take the course, go to sheldonprimus.com/events. So sheldonprimus.com/events, and then you could sign up. Registration's open. And if you are not listening to the podcast, go ahead and wherever right now you listen to podcasts or music, just type in Safety Consultant with Sheldon Primus on iTunes or Stitchers or whatever you're listening to, and then you could pull up the podcast and listen to the podcast. I have this week I talked about the election and what it would mean for us either way. If Trump is reelected, what it means for us. And at the time of this recording, right now in this live, it looks like it may go Biden, but I gave both sides. If Trump gets reelected, this is what to expect with OSHA and all the regulation. If Biden gets elected, this is what to expect with both of them. And that's what I did with this week's podcast. My special guest for this week's podcast was my brother, Ken. Happy birthday. It's his birthday today. So he did the podcast with me, and he works in healthcare. So we broke up this interview where we actually talked about healthcare, and he is in the healthcare field. I said, if I was a consultant knocking on your door, how can I get into the healthcare industry? Where should I target? And he gave some good tips as if you're a consultant and you want to get into healthcare, what you need to do. So that's this week's episode. Get a chance to listen to it. Go ahead, like and subscribe, share it with some friends. Whew. All right. I think I covered everything. I'm looking at all the comments. I think we're in there. So thanks, everybody. I'm not too sure. I don't see some comments as far as on LinkedIn because I have looked back later on and then I I missed them. But for some reason, I don't know. But hopefully I got them all. All right. So enjoy the rest of your day. Here's, again, me from Palm Beach County in the Airbnb. Be back home tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. Can't wait. All right, go get them.